guys, back to another one. This is the first book about Junior's world. It's called New City, New Life Adventures in London. We're going to read the first chapter here. The first chapter is called The Leap to England, Chapter 1. This is Junior speaking, by the way. Oh, hi folks, I'm Junior. My family just moved to London, England. It's Monday, the 31st of August, and let me tell you, it has been a long flight to Brazil, and I mean long. By the time we landed, I watched 3 movies, eaten some questionable airplane pizza, and debated whether or not I'd ever get the feeling of my legs back. My older brother, Marcus, the 18-year-old, on the other hand, had been glued to his phone the entire time. He only looked up twice. Once to complain about the Wi-Fi, and once to yell, "Oi, turbulence!" Like he was a roller coaster instead of an actual airplane. Typical Marcus. As soon as we got off the plane, he finally spoke to me. "Hey, little bro, how's England? Top notch, right?" "Yeah, thought so," he said, ruffling my hair like I was some kind of golden retriever. I took a deep breath. London smelled different. Kind of like rain, car fumes, and mystery. "Hey, Mom, Dad, the doors are over there," I announced proudly, like I had just cracked the Da Vinci Code. Fine, maybe not, but Dad nodded. "Well spotted, son. Let's go." And Marcus, put the phone in your pocket. Jeez, what's up with the addictions? Marcus rolled his eyes, but didn't argue. But yet, he gave it time. As we dragged our suitcases through the airport, Mom turned to us. "Want to stop for a bite? We could do McDonald's or KFC." Marcus and I locked eyes. We did not have to discuss it. "McDonald's!" we shouted in unison, like we were part of a very enthusiastic choir. Dad sighed and called an Uber. And soon enough, we were standing in front of a McDonald's that looked like every other McDonald's in the world, except people had fancy accents. I practically threw myself at the counter. "Chicken selects for me," I declared. "And me too," Marcus mumbled, still staring at his phone. It held secrets of the universe. At least that's what he thought. Dad finally lost it. "Marcus, put the phone down." Okay, gosh, Dad, mumbled Marcus, slipping it into his pocket. Dad was not done. "Do not talk back to me like that, young man." "But that's literally how a conversation works, right?" Marcus quipped. Mom stepped in before Dad could explode. "Cut it out, guys. Let's eat." We took a table for 4, and Mom announced, "Everyone's getting them in spicy and chicken selects." "Wait, what?" I frowned. "But I wanted—" "You'll survive," Mom interrupted, unwrapping her burger like an absolute dictator of dinner choices. Ugh, I sighed dramatically. But before I could launch into my great monologue about free will, something caught my eye. A guy in a suit was sitting across from us, struggling to eat his fries while reading a giant newspaper, like a full-blown old-school newsprinting thing. Marcus leaned in. "Bro, people still read those? I thought those newspapers went extinct with dinosaurs." "I don't know," I whispered back. "Should we ask him? Like, excuse me, sir, are you a time traveler?" Marcus nearly snorted coke through his nose. "Do it." "No, not unless you pay me," I shot back. I always think for money anyways. Before we could escalate our stupidity, Mom gave us the look. You know the one. The "if you embarrass me in public, you'll regret it" look. So we quietly ate our food while Dad muttered something about kids these days, and Marcus secretly slid his phone out under a table. Typical. That's when I saw something even weirder. Well, maybe not, but a woman at a counter was having a full blown argument with the self ordering screen. I mean, can you believe that? Full volume, waving her arms, the whole deal. No, I said pickles. Why are you giving me pickles? I don't want pickles. I hate pickles. This is personal, isn't it? She huffed, as the machine had a personal vendetta against her taste buds. The employee behind the counter looked like he wanted to be anywhere but here. Man, it's just a screen. You need to select no pickles before confirming your order. I did! She snapped, stabbing at the screen like she was playing whack a mole. Marcus nudged me. I think we found our next case for unsolved mysteries. I bit my lip to keep from laughing, obviously. You think she's a spy, or the pickles are just some kind of secret code? Marcus smirked. Either that, or she's just really, really passionate about her burgers. At the moment, At that moment, the woman turned and glared at us like she could hear every single word. Marcus quickly looked down at his burger. I, on the other hand, just gave her an awkward thumbs up. And just as I thought things couldn't get any weirder, I saw a man with a bright green top hat walking in, whistling the Harry Potter theme song. Hmm, Harry Potter theme song. I didn't mind him as I settled down. Alright, listen up, folks. I was minding my own business, peacefully devouring a mountain of fries, when I spotted something strange. A soccer ball was casually rolling down the street, like it had somewhere to be. Hold up, guys, I'll be right back, I announced, dramatically, dropping my fry mid-air before sprinting after it like my life depended on it. I scooped it up and gasped. It was not just any soccer ball. It was the Brazil World Cup, stamped across in it. Big golden letters. It was glorious. It was perfect, and it was mine. I turned to Dad, holding it up like Simba from The Lion King. Dad, can I keep this, please? Dad, mid bite of his burger, barely glanced at me. Yeah, keep it. Just don't knock any furniture over with it, alright? I grinned. Yep, totally. Which, if we're being honest, was a lie. Something was definitely getting knocked over. After we inhaled the rest of our food, gosh, we hopped into an Uber to head to our new house. I was clutching my prize, staring at it like it was my firstborn child. Then we pulled up to our new house. Oh my word. Marcus dragged me out. My 18-year-old brother and part time phone addict finally looked up. Wait. No. Is there a gaming room? No way. Is this real? That smirked. Yeah, sadly. We're stuck with two gaming rooms, four bathrooms, three bedrooms, a giant pool in the enormous garden, and oh yeah, this 3-story stall, including the attic, basement, that makes it five. Marcus blinked. Boy, am I gonna have fun here. Well, bro, let's go game right now. Go, go, go. He shot upstairs like he'd just been drafted into the military. I wanted to follow, clutching my ball. Inside, absolute paradise. The place was basically a mansion. The walls smelled expensive. Even the air felt fancy. But I decided not to follow Marcus. And when I stepped into the backyard, I'm speechless. Artificial grass, soccer goals, racks of soccer balls, everything I could ever dream of. I swear angels were singing in the background. Immediately started playing. Kick-ups, volleys, tricks, everything. I had entered my own personal soccer utopia. I must have been at it for an hour before Dad finally called me and Marcus over. I found a school for y'all, North London Primary. They have a soccer academy linked to Arsenal. Marcus, I found a job as a janitor, so you'll be working there. Oh, and it's high pay. I nearly fainted. Marcus, on the other hand, shrugged. Nah, that's odd. It's either that or homeschool for Junior. And Marcus, you're getting no pocket money for a year. Marcus, shut up. I accept, Dad, okay? I nodded rapidly. Me too. With that, I dragged Marcus back outside. Come on, let's 1v1, bro, I said. Marcus quipped, but if I win, you have to play FIFA with me. If you win, I'll give you my rounded perfume for a week. I grinned. Oh, it's on. We started. I got the ball first, dribbled past him like a ghost, and smacked it into the goal. Yes, oh, yes. That's what I thought. Marcus scolded. Ugh, you speedster. Get back over here. He lunged, tripped over his own foot, and face planted. I tried not to laugh. I really did. But then he got up. He cracked his knuckles and said, All right, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Next thing, I knew he went God mode. He fired the ball at me so hard it sent me flying backwards like a cartoon character. Ah, foul! Nah, clean play, Marcus smirked before tapping the ball into the goal. Soon enough, it was 4-2. I was getting destroyed. But no one destroys me without a fight. I stole the ball, nutmegged him, and shouted, Goal. Marcus shot from a distance. I leapt up and headed it straight over him into the goal. Boom. That clap from the sideline. Nice one. Marcus and I froze. Especially Marcus, obviously. Uh, how long have you been watching? That shrugged. Surely only 5 minutes. Also, I found a team for you. North London FC. Wanna join? I'm in, I blurted. Nah, I'll pass, Marcus said. I have gaming to do. I rolled my eyes and turned back to the game. He disallowed my goal? What? Now it was 4-3. I flicked the ball into the air, executed a perfect scissors kick, and sent it flying past him. Yes, that definitely counts because that disallowed goal was not supposed to be disallowed. Game over. 5-4. Marcus groaned. Fine, here's your perfume. Take it, take it. Ugh. I snatched it, took a dramatic whiff, and grinned. Wow, that's good. Good smell. Shut up, you prick, Marcus muttered, frowning. I just smiled and walked away, the smell of victory and expensive cologne lingering in the air. I went upstairs into my room, flopped onto my bed, and stared out the window. That's when I saw them. 5 kids playing soccer in the field across the street. The ball zipped between them like it had a mind of its own. Their laughter filling the air. My feet started itching. I had to join them. I bolted downstairs. Hey, Dad, can I go outside? Just to maybe make a friend? I asked, trying my best to sound like the world's politest child. Dad looked up from his newspaper, raised an eyebrow, and sighed. Yeah, but stay close to the house, son. Thanks, Dad, I yelled, already halfway out the door, my Vinicius Jr. kit flapping in the wind like a superhero's cape. As I approached, the kids all stopped and looked at me. The tallest one stepped forward. Hey, dude, new here? He asked, balancing the ball on his foot. Yeah. And I love soccer, I replied, trying not to sound too desperate. Or was I? Oh, wanna play? We need someone for 3v3. Another kid offered. Sure, but who am I with? The boys exchanged glances, silently debating who would be stuck with the new guy. Finally, one of them shrugged. I guess you're with me, said a boy with curly hair and a confident smirk. The rest of the kids inhaled, exhaled in relief. Poor guys had no idea what was coming. I feel bad. We kicked off. First play, the ball rolled to me. Flipped it up, popped the rainbow flick over the first defender's head, and nutmegged the second one before threading a perfect pass to my teammate. Tapping. Goal. Whoa, dude, you're good, my teammate said, his eyes wide. Thanks, I'm Junior from Brazil, I said, grinning. Wait, I'm Brazilian too, and my name is Gabriel. You can call me Gabe if you want, he replied, looking impressed. Game on. Gabriel sent across. I launched into a scissors kick. The ball rocketed into the net. Goal! One of the kids shouted. Bro, he's literally Neymar Jr., another gasped. The other team regrouped, tried to push forward, but I intercepted the ball, sprinted past the defender, and chipped the keeper. Gabriel whistled. Okay, now you're just showing off. We kept going. I flicked the ball over to Gabriel, who juggled it twice before smashing the volley top bins. I wasn't done. Another nutmeg, another goal. The other team groaned. Right, switch Junior for our striker Sam, the defenders suggested. We still have a chance. I swapped teams, and immediately I found myself facing off against Gabriel. He dribbled forward, but I cut inside, stole the ball, and fired a shot. 6-1. Well, it was supposed to be 5-1, but I let them have another goal. Let's go, my teammate said. My teammate Charlie shouted. The comeback began. Charlie chipped the ball to me, and I volleyed it straight into the net. 6-2. Nice chip, man, I said. Charlie wins. You finish, I assist. Teamwork. Next play. Charlie whipped in across. Ali then executed a perfect bicycle kick. Wow! Charlie screamed. That was insane. The intensity cracked up. Gabriel nutmegged Charlie, and it was true. Our keeper rushed out, but Gabriel saw his chance and went for the chip. I ran faster than I ever could in my life, and bicycle kicked the ball out of there before it crossed the line. Dude, what are you, soccer ninja? Charlie gasped. Gabriel laughed. Lucky little boy. He passed to Sam, but Sam fumbled. Charlie pounced, rounded the keeper, and slotted it home. 6-4. Gabriel took a long shot. The ball pinged off the post. Charlie grabbed the rebound and sprinted forward. He passed to me. I sent it straight back. His first time shot. Goal. 6-5. Let's go, Charlie. Get your hat trick, I shouted. He nodded. Set me up, bro. I chipped the ball into the box. Charlie met it with a header. 6-6. Challenge complete, he said, mimicking an AI voice. Last goal wins, Gabriel shouted, announced dramatically. Peterbull cut inside, and bam, Charlie clipped him. Gabriel threw his hands up. Penalty! I smirked. Fine, but I'm in goals. The crowd. Okay, my 5 friends, gasped. I stepped onto the line, locked eyes with Gabriel, and saw his plan. He was gonna Panenka me. Cheeky. He went for it. I stood my ground. I caught the ball without thinking, launched it up the field. The ball bounced over everyone, including their keeper, and it dropped into the goal. Goal! Yes! I screamed, and Charlie tackled me in celebration. We won! He cheered. He cheered. Gabriel shook his head, laughing. Man, that was crazy. I just did myself off. That was awesome, by the way. I live at number 7. Gabriel's eyes widened. Wait, I live at number 8. Okay, but I have to get home. My dad's meeting with some guy named Pedro tonight. I need to run off. Gabriel stared. Pedro is my last name. We looked at each other. I know what was happening. We said it at the same time. See you later! And just like that, I had a new best friend. I ran home like I was being chased by a pack of wild dogs and practically exploded through the front door. Don't worry, the door survived. Dad, you won't believe what happened outside. I yelled, barely able to contain my excitement. Dad, who had peacefully been sipping his coffee, almost choked. All right, spill your beans, son. I made a friend from Brazil. His name is Gabriel Pedro, I announced like I've just discovered a new planet. Dad's eyes round. Shut up. Wait, isn't that the son of... Yes, Mr. Pedro, I interrupted, dramatically. And we both love soccer. And we're both amazing. And I need to go to his house. Please, Dad. Please? Dad rubbed his chin. Did you score a hat trick? I smirked. Nope. I scored a double hat trick. Triple if you want to call it that. Dad chuckled. So you little... Fine. Alright. You can come. Yes, I whooped, bolting up the stairs. I barely made it into my room before my brother, Marcus, part-time phone addict and full-time FIFA enthusiast, grabbed my arm. Yo, little bro, wanna play FIFA? You can be player one. I squinted at him. Suspicious. You never let me be player one. Marcus grinned. Fine, fine. I just need someone to practice against. All right, I said, plopping down. But just know you're trash at this game. All right? Phew. Says the guy who got clapped last time. Marcus laughed. I frowned and grabbed the controller. I call Real Madrid, I declared, clicking furiously. Fine, I'm Barca, Marcus said. Of course. Classic brother rivalry. Or maybe he just hated Real Madrid. The game started, and I was feeling confident. Go on, Mbappe! I yelled, dribbling through Marcus's defense like they were traffic cones. I took a shot. Chesney saved it. We kept playing. I made Vinicius Jr. not make Kunde, and boom, goal. Yes! I celebrated, hitting Marcus with a little victory dance. Oh yeah, watch this, Marcus smirked. And took possession. He dribbled past my entire team like Messi on steroids and smashed the ball into the net. 1-1. He wasn't done. Clean slide tackle, quick pass to Lamine Yamal, another tap in. Then I fumbled with Courtois. Marcus pounced. 3-1. Halftime arrived, finally. I leaned back, staring at the ceiling. Life's hardest questions. How did I let this happen? But then inspiration struck. A grand plan formed in my brain. Tactic 1. Get the ball, chip it over their heads, Mbappe sprints through and scores. Good, good. Tactic 2. Use Courtois to start a sneak counterattack. Courtois passes to Bellingham. Bellingham passes it through to Mbappe and boom, goal. Tactic 3. Lob the ball into the box where my players are waiting to pounce. Ha! I cracked my knuckles. Time to execute. Second half started. Bellingham got the ball from Courtois and chipped it over the defense. Mbappe took off like a jet and shot from a distance. Goal! 3-2. Marcus' face twitched. I pressed high, forced a mistake, and I got the ball at the back. Courtois again passed it to Bellingham. Bellingham to Mbappe, and Mbappe to the net. Now for the finishing touch. It was 3-3. Vinicius Jr. lobbed the ball to Lucas Vazquez, who crossed it into the box. Mbappe was right there. He jumped, twisted his body, and executed the cleanest side kick ever. Goal. 4-3. Marcus' jaw hit the floor. I smirked. So, who's tries now, huh? Marcus glared at me. No, never are you better than me. Never! Keep it down, boys, Mom called from the other room. I ignored her and started dancing like Neymar. Oh yeah, I win, you lose. Marcus crossed his arms. Nah, bro, you somehow cheated. No way. I burst out laughing. Prove it then, Marcus grumbled. Ugh. But deep down, he knew I was the undisputed FIFA champion of the house, and that, my friends, is a victory worth celebrating. Marcus got up and shoved me. Hey, no need for anger issues. Not now, little buddy, I said. But I obviously meant big buddy, right? Putting on my best Wild West accent. I'm not your budgie. And I'm not your little buddy either, he shouted, practically fuming at the mount. I smirked. Oh, and for my prize, you have to clean whatever Mom told us to do. No! He screamed like a dramatic villain watching their grand plan fail. Mom stormed in like a boss battle, for which we weren't ready. Cut it out, boys! I can't even have one phone call. One! Without you two arguing. It's not the end of the world. You know that. You know what? The plates are dirty, and the counter isn't spotless. The counter isn't spotless. So you both can shush and do that. She walked away with grace of a queen laying down her final decree. I turned to Marcus, grinning. Ha ha. Just the perfect punishment for losing to me. Marcus groaned. No, 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 please. Nah, fine. He dragged himself downstairs, looking like a prisoner on his way to a life dishwashing jail. I leaned against the doorframe, basking in his misery. Have fun, big brother, I teased, watching as he sulked at the sink. Leaving him to his soap-filled suffering, I threw myself onto the large couch and grabbed the remote. Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid, Copa del Rey final. Oh, this is a must watch. I turned it on, only to see the worst sight imaginable. They were losing 2-0. I could not believe my eyes. Right on cue, Marcus wazzled into the living room, drying his hands dramatically. Ha! Real Madrid is losing. Go finish washing the plates now! I shouted, pointing at the kitchen like a judge delivering a life sentence. Marcus smirked. All right. And oh, hey, no need for y'all anger issues now, buddy, he said, throwing my own words back at me. I ignored him. I still had hope. Real Madrid had been in tougher situations than this. 10 minutes left. Mbappe got the ball and passed it to Valverde. He shot from distance. Boom. Goal. 2-1. With 8 minutes left, then Vinny worked his magic, dribbling through the defenders like a cheat code. Correa fouled him just outside the box. Free kick. Valverde stepped up. He took a shot. Bottom corner. Goal. 2-2. With 2 minutes left. I jumped up and down like a lunatic. This is happening! The final seconds were ticking down. Rodrigo dribbled to the corner, crossing it. But DePaul blocked it out for a corner. Last kick, announced the ref. Even Courtois, the Real Madrid goalkeeper, ran up to the box. The ball swung in. Oblak punched it away, right to Courtois. He volleyed it with power of 1,000 suns. The ball sliced through the air like destiny itself. Goal! The entire Madrid team pounced on Courtois like he had just saved the universe. The match ended 3-2. I was in pure ecstasy. See? Real Madrid beat Atletico 3-2. And guess what? Courtois scored the winning goal. I declared triumphantly. Marcus, still scrubbing the counter, scuffed. No way, you're lying. I smirked. Alright, check it for yourself. The headline popped up. Real Madrid makes a miraculous comeback to beat Atletico Madrid 3-2 in the Cup del Rey final. Marcus's jaw hit the floor. Seriously? They just keep winning. I patted his back. It's okay, buddy. Acceptance is the first step. He glared at me, muttering something about rigged games. As he turned to go to his cleaning duties, it was 4:15 p.m., and the dreaded words echoed through the house. Boys, get ready, we're going shopping, Dad announced. Marcus let out a deep, sorrowful sigh, like he had just lost a work final. I, on the other hand, just took this as my moment. I sprinted upstairs and decked myself out in my full Brazil Neymar outfit. Jersey, shorts, socks, no shin pads because I wasn't actually playing, and my special edition boots. Marcus, trying to outshine me, threw on his flashy new golden Nike outfit, complete with golden shoes. He looked like he was about to enter a fashion show for rich footballers. Mom and Dad, just casual clothes, no spirit. We stepped outside, and bam! What? Marcus screamed. I nearly fell over. Parked in our driveway was something out of a dream. Yep, the newest, latest Porsche in England. There's only one, Dad said, his arms crossed like he was staring in a car commercial. Marcus and I raced into the car. I, being the speed of demon that I am, got there first and claimed the front seat like the king on his throne. But then, betrayal. Marcus grabbed me by the collar. He dragged me into the footpath like some bouncer at a nightclub. Ah! I shouted, wiggling like a fish out of water. Just as I got free, Mom casually slid into the front seat like it was nothing. I was devastated. Mom just looked at us, looking away, and she ignored our entire existence. Defeated, I shoved Marcus, just for good measure, and we both sulked into the back seat. He pulled out his phone and started playing games on silent, so Mom and Dad wouldn't hear. Classical. We arrived at the store. It was massive. You know what? No. Like a whole football stadium, packed with groceries and pretty much everything. We walked in, and Dad made an announcement like he was the president of shopping. Alright, kids, you can each pick. Okay. Alright, kids, you can each pick one thing under 80 pounds. Deal, Marcus said. I said instantly. I helped grab the groceries because I am a good kid sometimes. Then began my true mission, finding the ultimate treasure. I searched every aisle like I was a pirate hunting gold until I struck gold. In the football section, there it was. Holy Grail set. Inside, the it was a massive Real Madrid box set. Inside was a Real Madrid bottle, shin pads, a ball, a scarf, gloves, a hat, two pairs of soccer boots, and a tech fleece. Price? How? 79.99 pounds. Destiny. I celebrated right there in the aisle until I realized other customers were staring at me with that "is this child okay" look. I composed myself, coughed awkwardly, and dragged the box to my parents. I choose this, I declared. Dad raised an eyebrow. How much? Only 79.99 pounds, I said like a businessman closing a deal. All right, at least you followed the price limit. Your brother here thought he could buy a good for nothing 120 pounds LED monitor for his games. Now he's getting nothing, Dad said, shooting Marcus a look. It's not good for nothing, Marcus protested like a lawyer defending his case. Oh, don't even think about it. Don't even think about Dad started, but Mom, already fed up, shut it down. Nope, boys, enough, she yelled. The whole store went silent. People turned to look. I sat down and watched like I was enjoying a live soap opera. I tried not to laugh, but oh, it was too funny. Finally, we made it to the checkout. That will be 165, the cashier said. Dad, the rich man he is, casually pulled out 200 pounds, like it was nothing. I, I did some quick math. Wouldn't that be 45 back? 45 pounds? I asked, feeling smart. Yes, son, good maths. Dad nodded approvingly. We walked out, loading the car, and drove home. I ran straight upstairs to admire my Real Madrid stuff. Marcus lumped onto the couch like he had just run a marathon. He grabbed the remote and put on Squid Game. Seriously, this again? I groaned. Yeah, cry about it, bro, Marcus said, his eyes locked onto the screen. Ugh. I rolled my eyes and ran upstairs to watch TV on my own in my own room. Best shopping trip ever. Today had been a whirlwind, grabbing McDonald's, playing in my garden, making new friends, cheering for Real Madrid, and even squeezing in some shopping. As I lay in the bed, the night settled in. I smiled to myself. Tomorrow was a mystery, but one thing was certain. I was ready for whatever adventure awaited me. Alright, let me not try to sound like Optimus Prime, but yeah, I was ready.